In this video, I'm going to show you how to knit. Knitting is actually done in a series of 2 stitches called the knit stitch and the purl stitch. The knit stitch looks like this. Stereotypical, exactly what you'd expect, cute little V's in a row. And the other side has the purl stitches. This entire thing was actually done doing just the knit and purl stitch in different orders. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. I'm using multicolored needles in this video, and that way you can really see everything that's going on, and it doesn't get too confusing. But to start, you're going to take your empty needle and go through the bottom of this stitch right here, the first stitch on the needle. It's going to look just like that. You're going to have your empty needle under your needle with the stitches. And then you're going to take your working yarn. Make sure you don't have your tail, you have your working yarn. And go around the back of that needle. You're going to pull it down and pick up that yarn you wrapped around it. Move the needle in front and then pull it off. Just like that. And you can see the stitch moved from the blue needle to the orange needle. So when we're done, all of these stitches are actually going to be on the orange needle. I'm going to show you again, but a little bit slower. So you can see you go through the bottom. Looks like that. Take your working yarn and go around, pull down, pick up, go in front, and then pull it off. Just like that. So through the bottom, around the needle, pull it down, pick up, and pull it off. Through, around, down, and pull off. Through, around, down, and pull off. I've seen a lot of people knit more like this, to where you can see there's a lot of room on the needle, and that's perfectly fine. You can knit wherever you're most comfortable. I tend to keep my stitches more towards the tips of the needle. That way they don't have as far to go when I'm trying to pull them off, like that. So you get through, around, down, and off, through, around, down, and off, through, around, down, and off, through, around, down, and off. Just like that. And you can see, just like we said earlier, all the stitches have moved from the blue needle to the orange needle. Now I'm going to show you how to do the purl stitch, because you can see now the purl stitches are showing. So we're going to go through the back to the front. So the purl stitch is really like the knit stitch, but inverted. Everything's in the front this time instead of the back. And then you're going to go around, pull down, and take it off. See, it's inverted. I'll do that again, but slower. You're going to take your needle and go through the back of the first stitch. And now your needle's in front. You're going to go around, pull down, and push off. Through, around, pull down, and push off. Through, around, down, push off. Through, around, pull down, push off, around, pull down, push off. Through, 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 around, pull down, push off. So it's just like knitting, but inverted. And so now you can see we have our knit stitches on one side and our purl stitches on the other. And that's what formed this top pattern that you see right here. You do a knitted row, and then you're looking at the other side, and you do a purl row. And then you move it to the other side, and you do a knitted row, and to the other side and do a purled row. Because you're always turning the project around as you pass it from needle to needle. And then here, I did purl 2 stitches, knit the rest, and then purl 2 again. And then flip over, and you've got purl 2, and then purl the rest, and then purl 2. Flip it over, purl 2, knit the middle, purl 2. Other side, purl 2, purl the rest, purl 2. And that's what made this pattern. The reason this one is so common, the purl 2 and then knit the middle and then purl 2, is because if you just do the knit and purl, like on this side, the swatch ends up trying to fold in on itself. It really wants to curl on the edges. Whereas if you put the purl stitches on each side like this, it keeps it flat and it doesn't want to curl in on itself. And then this spot was done by doing nothing but the knit stitch. So I knitted, flip it over, I knit it again, flip it over, knit it again, flip over, knit it again. So you can really see how many different things you can do just with those 2 stitches. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment below if you have any questions.